Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather today. I'm meteorologist Al Peterlin. I'll talk about the weather health stresses for August 8, 2026, and this is a weather report. We have graphics at tpatw.com. We maintain a storefront on Amazon. Looking at the surface map for Saturday, we have only one active frontal system, a warm front stretching from Nebraska across to Kansas City and turning into a cold front from St. Louis up to across Indianapolis into the thumb of Michigan. Lots of unsettled weather, basically east of the Rockies, although we still have the monsoon also in the southwest, so really unsettled weather across much of the country. Up in Washington, Oregon, we still have smoke issues with wildfires. Looking at the vitality index, once again, here's showing some activity, unsettled weather across the southwest and everywhere really east of the Rockies. However, one significant area in the middle Mississippi Valley, actually the upper Missouri, Iowa, into northern Illinois and Wisconsin. Looking at pressure change, we have some falling pressure, mainly about South Dakota. And then finally jumping to temperature change, because temperatures, of course, are warm really across the country. But note that we're now showing some rapidly increasing temperatures across Oklahoma, and we're increasing temperatures across the Dakotas, and even a little bit of increasing temperatures trying to make its way into Iowa. Looking at vapor pressure, and the dew point temperatures, you can see dew point temperatures rising again in the central Rockies all the way up to Wisconsin and the Dakotas. Vapor pressure pretty much confirming it. One interesting aspect is that we finally see a little bit of falling vapor pressure across Wisconsin and Michigan. Looking at instability, you'll see that we're also moving instability really across all of the eastern half of the country, but relatively significant across northern Missouri, Iowa, into Wisconsin, northern Illinois. Looking at the change in oxygen availability, you'll see we have a touch of migraine risk up here in Washington, interesting migraine risk in northwestern Kansas, significant migraine risk across Arkansas, Louisiana, across Mississippi, and then a little bit up the western half, the Appalachians, all the way from Georgia across the Carolinas, and then a more significant migraine risk here in southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, and across much of Michigan. Note that we have a asthma and arthritis risk across Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, but Nebraska is very interesting with a migraine risk right in the literal heart of that area, the central portions of Nebraska only. We also have some asthma and arthritis risk here across eastern Pennsylvania, and then an asthma and arthritis risk across Oklahoma. Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather. Your comments are appreciated, and if you hurt, tell us where you're located.